Arsenal, they got a defender too. Timber.
You
Timber,
traitor.
who learned under Ten Hag.
Traitor.
And guess what? He's like, screw you guys, I don't care.
You may never see this in your life, but traitor, man. We waited for you. We prayed for you, man.
You guys ain't got the check like that.
We got the check like that. And let's be honest, Arsenal's project is a lot further along.
So to say like probability right now.
Probability.
Yeah.
And I even think there's a factor of like remember Van Gaal when he wanted to move last summer when we switched to Licha instead of him. Van Gaal told him that the chances of getting to the Dutch national team were lower if he went to United. And I think Van Gaal was saying it from a point of like playing time. Like you won't play as much at United, so you won't be able to get into the team.
Bro, play over Wan-Bissaka.
I think so.
Yeah.
But also remember Van Gaal has been a United system and realizes how they forced him to play certain players or forced him not to get some transfers that he needed. So there is that like bitterness still there.
That's a good transfer for Arsenal. They're getting so they have Ben White who they've been playing off position.
Mm-hmm.
Now even Timber is not a true right
He's
back.
not a true right back.
Like a center back.
Well, I think that's the goal with. So if you've noticed, tactically speaking, most of these top teams nowadays have been playing a box midfield, pulling in a wing back in there to become an or a center back like Pep did with the 3-4-2, where one of the center back Stones went in there as a midfielder.
Yeah.
But the way that needs to work is that all three that are staying need to be able to be center backs. Think of Newcastle. Trippier goes, Burn pulls in, and Burn, think about Burn's stature. His playing style. He's a center back, big boy, but he can play the left back role too if he needs to go forward.
That's interesting.
Timber is like that. White is like that. Tomiyasu is like that, and Arsenal have built up that right side on those kind of players. That's why I'm.
Be interesting what they do with Ben White.
Yeah.
Because he's not gonna be. He's not gonna want the bench.
Yeah, and that's the thing that hurts me because I think he's talented enough to be starting in the top.
And he couldn't break into a center back position in there.
I mean, Saliba and Gabriela built a partnership, bro.
That's tough.
It's another one of those. It's kind of similar to Maguire's situation, but he's at least closer to those guys.
Okay.
Where you go, can I really fight my way in, or do I need to go somewhere else and start?
If you're good enough, you will, because like I see City, and they used to be. I'm not sure how it's working right now because they're rotating so much. But there was 2 sets of centre backs where they put like it's Laporte. It was Laporte. It was Stones. There was the other Diaz.
Ake.
No, Ake wasn't even there. Yeah, it was but it was 2 pairs, and like it was so tough because it's like whoever you put in is good. So you just like
you switch out.
But like when it's not in the same level, then
yeah.
But then that could be Arsenal's plan too, because imagine
depth,
you go
which was
the
the problem.
depth,
True.
Because Champions League now they have to be able to compete on 2 levels, which would make sense with the Jorginho, Rice, and Partey, because now you can truly rotate in those competitions.
And see if Partey stays too.
That's true. With all the off-field stuff.
Yeah, but we're talking about City just now. Let's talk about Walker and the deal with Pavard.
I just couldn't help but notice that Bayern has like a thing for Man City defenders. Cancelo and now Walker.
But Cancelo didn't cut it.
Cancelo can cut it.
Oh,
they send him away.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have a team now.
Don't got a team.
That's what you have that big head in that locker room. We're checking you out. We don't care. Well, good luck to him and his life. But anyway, Walker. I think
Pep is crazy though to let go of what I feel
everybody's replaceable. And this is true.
And it's putting a very slow like replacement too, which I don't mind because if Vinny comes through,
yeah, you see that's the only thing that I don't like about that Walks thing is that like it's hard to replace somebody that's that special speed wise.
Yeah.
But he has a plan, I'm sure.
Maybe he's a better reader of the game.
And Pavard is a better reader of the game. Overall, Pavard is a better footballer than Walker.
Okay.
Walker just runs.
Which walks. I mean, he's a bullet. Goes 0 to 100 quick.
But you need somebody for special projects like that though. That's gonna handle that speedster. Or it doesn't mean City will play Madrid again, but it's just like.
Yeah. But you never know.
I feel like a cheat code though. I feel like Pep, he's doing what he wants. It's like I really didn't care for a fast right back like that because you can't read the game like I want you to. So it's like now I'm gonna get a player that I actually think could fit into my system better.
Yeah.
Hypocritical because he didn't play Walker for at least 5 games before that game, and he started him because he knew. So it's like, hey, dude, make up. I mean, he's Pep. I respect him, but it's pretty hypocritical to say you don't need fast people. You need fast defenders.
You do, but
you need a job sometimes, Yeah,
special
you never for their job. Yeah, you never for their
special
job.
projects.
But if you don't want to stay and do the job, like you can't force them to stay.
Yeah, no, sticking with Bayern. Bayern have interest in Kane. How do you think Kane fits in?
Yo, I'm praying that Kane goes into a team and wins something before he dies, bro. He's getting old. And I heard that Tottenham also, like, they were like, okay, if this is how much you're offering, we're going to offer him something to stay. And I'm like, Lord, let the guy go.
That's not a big figure.
Yeah.
The rumor I first saw was 400,000.
Yeah.
I doubt that is it.
Bro, I seen something said 5.
5.
They want to hold him down
A
like
week.
that. And he's probably going to stay.
5 a week.
I mean, it's a lot of guala, but like, you got to win something.
They brought Madison in. They're ready to win. What you
Bro, what you The thing,
It's tough. I'd choose the bag personally.
just go ahead and win Bundesliga real quick and call it good.
But you can get the bag anywhere else. Like, yeah, he could go to Bundesliga, win Bundesliga, maybe try to win Champions League.
I mean, it counts for him.
No, but like you win Bundesliga, hopefully Bayern win Champions League or something, and then you
They'd have a
top
good
shift
shot.
go somewhere else.
If he's in there,
He's even there.
Oh my lord!
Sane and Coman feeding
I
someone.
think Sunday is gonna.
You don't think it's gonna be there?
He's not part of Tuchel's plan for sure, but
you have to sell him first.
Like I said, yeah, Mane.
But Chapo won't just sit down, don't take the hit. Chapo Moting is gonna fight his fight.
Chupo should be grateful that he is in high caliber teams. I don't know how he does it because he's a good player, but like Bayern,
bro, he has his own for like a bid this season.
The thing we'll give him though is that he's a dog. He's been able to hold his own everywhere.
Dog or no, Kane comes, you are sitting down.
No, obviously.
Go on vacation.
Ain't no two ways about it. Bruh.
I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, but actually, let's talk about this fella in Madrid we just got.
Goulet. Adar Goulet. Oh,
yeah, talk about this player because I don't know this boy.
I seen some snippets of him.
Yeah.
I seen like
another midfielder Madrid. What's
it's like
up
a 10.
with
It's like a 10
guys in the midfield.
Dog, we have 2 midfielders to replace like generational.
But then we're signing 3, 5 more. Like,
yeah,
so
we have Kama, we have
Chouameni, Bellingham, Valverde, Brahim Diaz.
And it's only 2. It's 2.
Ceballos is still there.
I just have to say, I have no idea what Ceballos is.
I know, my name is still on a contract.
I don't know why we brought back this kid Brahim Diaz. He did good for Milan, but I'm not crazy about him.
I think a little bit is y'all just don't want to lose the money on him, like lose the investment on him.
Oh, I want to talk about this kid. I watched some snippets of him. Mm-hmm. The way he plays, dog, he keeps the ball so close to his feet, and he's like creative. He turns, he can find a pass. I haven't seen assist or goal. I haven't seen the goals, but have you seen some
magician?
I haven't seen goals, but I said some passes.
Yeah, I've seen some good passes. Like what I like about him is just his creativity. Like how he shifts his body, he can turn. Like he just can't get the ball from him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it's gonna be really. It's gonna be like an Ozil. Maybe I feel like you can even be a better Ozil for me.
Sure.
I would like chip in there and say there's a breed of like Ozil, and I want to say Di Maria or Modric. Where there's that energy to it too.
Yeah.
Like Ozil was more of a relaxed style.
He's moving.
He's moving constantly. And you know that this boy like. And even him at Madrid, like you see the clips of him at the training session, he just looks like he fit in straight away.
Yeah, but that's deceptive. Like
that's
deceptive. Not even big Madrid players. It takes some time to kind of integrate yourself into the team, and he's really young, so he's probably gonna take a season to assimilate.
The game,
yeah, but once if he can work hard enough and be patient, wait his time. He's only 18. But with your time, he's gonna be something great. Like I've been seeing stuff about he's gonna be our new Messi. That's he's that nice.
But then and I sent you this little reel about all the midfielders. Yeah. Like him saying, I won't go out on loan from Madrid, and then how many of them have come? Odegaard, Kubo, how many of these Ceballos, Kovacic, how many of these like young up and coming midfielders have said that I'm not gonna go out on loan, I'm not gonna leave Madrid, and then they loan them out, and then they realize they're not good enough for Madrid anymore.
That's the other thing I was saying. He's like Odegaard, right? But the problem is Odegaard didn't cut it for us. So like profile players sometimes don't know how to make it work.
True.
So it's going to be really interesting.
Isco is the closest to that kind of profile player that you guys made it work for a second. And then cut him out again.
But it'll be interesting though. And sticking with Madrid, we're still flirting with Mbappe, of course. But that one...
Jeez. I mean, it's becoming more hopeful only because there's a lot of friction between PSG and Mbappe.
Yeah.
Boy can't shut up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The team is not gonna. It's been taking it lying down, but like they finally said something like, "Listen, man, we've been this team before." You know what I mean? They're like, yo. Listen, so I feel like between in that relationship, I think a contract is gonna fall apart or it's gonna end, and then he's not gonna like run out of options in terms of teams. But the pay cut, and then maybe now it's gonna be time to be like, okay, you did this in PSG, you did this, World Cup. What else can you do?
Yeah.
You see, so it's gonna be tough.
There is a factor to the PSG side of things that I'm curious about. It's so. If you stay out your whole contract, there's a clause in most big players' contracts called the loyalty bonus. So let's say, for instance, I stay out my whole contract, even if we did shit, and my loyalty bonus was 10 million. Whatever team I'm on has to pay me that 10 million as I leave, or if they sell me early. Mbappe, apparently there was some report, I don't know how much of a rumor or fact it is, but PSG's communication to him this past week was, if you stay out your whole contract, if you're planning on leaving and not part of this project, we will have to sell a bunch of your teammates to make up the money. So I'm guessing there's a loyalty bonus in there that's big money.
That's blackmail, bro.
That is, but like, business is business.
Signing a bunch of guys in PSG, which some are alright, some of them are nobodies, but story for another day.
Yeah.
But what was the thing was like, he either stays the season because he was saying he wants his money. Mbappe wants it. At the end of the road. But they're like, if we wait end of the road, you're gonna be free next summer. We can't risk that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which what Mbappe could do is come to agreement with PSG. I don't know if this is still how the transfer window currently works, but in the past you could sign for a new club.
And then I see
in January, like towards the end, and then do a little loan back situation or something like that. Where
that happened with Nkunku, right?
Nkunku situation, yeah. Even Zaha to United. The first time we loaned him back to Crystal Palace, and basically had Palace pay the wages for that period that he was there, and then we will take him back when we're ready. So he could do something where he fits PSG, but I think he's already reached that ego level where you can't even suggest loan back. Let's do a loan back. You go to Madrid, but you played this last season with us, and that way we're not spending money on your ass.
As long as it's a high-profile team, I think it'll be fine. Like I think Madrid is his dream team, so I wouldn't recommend doing the silly stuff with Madrid, but like. Find another team high caliber that's gonna give you game time, which is anybody right now because he's not sitting down. That we know.
But other than Madrid, and even Madrid financially, I don't know if you even have the funds.
It's tough, bro.
It's really silly, bro. And City can handle that, but Pep Guardiola.
Does Pep want him?
No, he actually said some weird thing about like, we know like Madrid wants him, or like his dream team is Madrid, so like we have no interest in that kind of thing. And he's not really like the star. Maybe if you grew up under, then you will be. But I don't remember him gunning for like a.
He just has to come to Madrid. That's all that makes
sense.
Destiny. Yeah. But like, you would have to structure like a deal, maybe pay him off a couple of years.
Because imagine him attack though, Vinny.
He has to take a 9.
Yeah, no, Mbappe at 9. Vinny left. Rodrigo. Garbage.
Rodrigo's gonna sit down.
No, Rodrigo right wing. Any garbage, Rodrigo scores.
Oh, I forget. Yeah, of course, Benzema's gone.
Benzema's gone.
Because I'm like, that 9 was on chokehold for years, bruv.
Mbappe's gone.